Yo, what's going on? Got the light in my eye and shit. Light all up in my eyes and oh man. I hope I think it's 15 seconds. I think it's actually 15 seconds because I sure just used a word that I shouldn't have used, but hopefully, hopefully, it's all good. But yeah, what's going on, man? We back again Tuesday and got some good ones for y'all today. Um, hold on, let me do this. I'm sitting up, wasting the waste. All right, so got some good ones for y'all today, man. How's everybody doing? You know, it's a nice day outside today. It ain't too bad. I went and got my admissions test. That line was down the street. Why do they do that? They set it up so everybody need to get everything at the same time, like license renewed all at the same time, ID renewed all at the same time. Like why y'all do us like that? Don't do us like that, America. But I guess it's just the way it is, man. That's what they call bureaucracy. And you know, like yellow tape and all that, like when you got to go through all those motions and whatnot. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Ain't nothing you can really do about it. You got to do it. What you gonna do? You can't be like, no, I ain't gonna get my plates renewed, cause then what? You know, you don't get a emissions test. The cops gonna be on your testicles, you know what I'm saying, on your nuts, sweating your ass. So think about it, black man. Think about it. Nah, but it was smooth though. It went fast at least. And dude was telling me, um, I guess something happened with his son on 25th in Congress, and I guess maybe it was something major. Cause he was like, "Yeah, man, that was my son on 25th in Congress," and I'm like, "Damn, I didn't even know what it was," but he was distraught about it. So I'm like, "Shit, I'm sorry to hear about it, man. Like whatever it was, it must not be something too good. You know what I mean? Obviously, to state the obvious, you know." So I just gave my condolences without trying to pry too much. I don't want nobody reliving their traumatic memories and nothing like that. You know what I mean? Um, speaking of trauma, we gonna talk about something that I'm pretty sure is a traumatic memory for the dude who it happened to. Is a black store owner on the liquor store. He called the police, I think about somebody breaking in his store or shoplifting or something like that. Police came, showed up, broke his jaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, police is out of, they just thugging. You know what I mean? Like, and then this was so crazy. When he was talking to the first officers, they knew he was the store owner and they was just talking to him. And then another officer show up, and right away he run up on the dude and swing off on him. Bah, you know what I'm saying? Crack him and shit. And then the other officers jump in and start jumping them. So that's what let you know the police is a fucking gang. You know what I'm saying? That's what a gang do. When one of them snuff you and they all bum rush you and shit, that's gang shit. You know, is if they call themselves law enforcement and the way these motherfuckers say, like, the good officers, it's not all bad officers, and the bad the good officers will expose the bad ones allegedly and all that. Then, like, what is that? What do you call that right there? When the officer run up, the good officers, quote unquote, are doing their job, but when one officer run up and swing on them, they all jump in and start going, you know what I'm saying, trying to ham them up. That ain't no police work. That's gang shit. And that's why I call it police crime, because these are situations and scenarios that for anybody else, it'll be a clear crime that they committing. But it's supposed to be like you put a badge and a uniform on, and now we could run up on motherfuckers and jump them and all that. You know what I'm saying? And you know how I feel about that? They don't need to get away with it. So we gonna look at that. Then we gonna look at, Sierra, or I don't even want to say it's Sierra. It ain't even start with Sierra. Sierra was actually where the rabbit hole took me, because it started with a girl that was talking about, I guess, a new song that Sierra had put out, talking about it's for the single independent ladies. I don't know, some BS, right? So she was explaining why that was, just some misleading shit. Like, and she was like, man, black women of one generation be trying to, like, or just in a certain position, or be trying to sell other black women on a certain way to be, when they ain't even being that way themselves. They not doing that shit. They not living like that, and understandable, So she was kind of speaking on it, but then as I got to looking at it, and I got to looking at different clips and stuff like that, I noticed it was a whole thing with the backlash over the song. So I started to look up what a couple different people were saying, and we gonna look at it because it is interesting stuff. You know what I mean? And for lastly was something that I told, one of my people. I said, man, we gonna look at this today, because I've been working with these AIs. I've been doing like AI artwork, and it's actually a little bit of nuance to it. It's not like the AI obviously, generates the image, but it's like a certain language you have to speak to it. Like me and one of my guys, we was talking about it. Like it's almost like the Matrix, where he was asking Morbius the questions, and or Morpheus, whatever his name is it Morpheus? I think it's Morpheus, and Morbius is from the Sandman. So he was asking Morpheus the questions, and he was telling Neo, like, you asking the wrong questions. It's like with the AI, it's not like it just generate the answer you looking for. It generate the answer to what you ask it. So you got to know the right questions to ask it. A more intelligent, detailed question will get a more intelligent answer. And it's the same with AI art. A more descriptive prompt, which is the language you speak to the art, the AI artist, if you will. A more detailed prompt will get you more detailed artwork. And it's tripped out. It's like I've been messing with it for the past maybe 5 days, and the one that we gonna use today, because we gonna use the AI today. I'm gonna let y'all ask it some questions and all that. The one that we are using today has been out for 3 weeks. It only been out for 3 weeks, and it been causing a big controversy. So y'all gonna get to see it first here today, and I'm gonna let anybody that's watching, if they got questions, I'm gonna let them type the questions. I'm gonna show y'all how it worked though, because it's tripped out. And then man, what's going on? Cause we messing with this AI today, bro. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all mess with it. Maybe we'll do some AI artwork too, generate a AI artwork image, because I've been going crazy with those, and I've been getting some good responses. So we gonna look at that, man. Just like I said, man, here we trying to keep it all black for the Black History Month, but also try to keep it informative, and all that too at the same damn time. So we gonna get into it, and I know what I gotta do. I gotta get these analytics first. My bad, y'all. I done had a long morning. I've been up working. Like I said, I had to go get the emissions test and all that. So, but we gonna get it done, and we got some interesting shit. So y'all stick around. Y'all know what I gotta do, man. I gotta get these analytics together, and in the meanwhile, I'm gonna throw this music on, and we gonna get this thing cracking. Mac World, let's go. see that's cat now. I'ma turn out all the lights so you and do the things that I do. She fucking with a Mac now. They told you I'm a player, you see that's cat now. I'ma turn out all the lights so you and do the things that I do. Guns in the building, what's going on with your power tools on deck? Ooh, this so smooth, I might just make this my intro music. Going on, Mac World Live. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, man. First and foremost, we gotta talk about, I guess, what we gonna do, man. We gonna do this whole Sierra situation. It didn't start off as a Sierra situation. It started off as just me looking at something this girl was saying. I guess, let me see. Yeah, let's see. How can I, well, it ain't really no setting up for the clip, honestly. It's just, I mean, I'll give y'all some background. All right, cool. Cause y'all know who the fuck Sierra is. She married to Russell. I was finna say Russell Simmons. That's Kimora Lee, Russell Simmons somewhere in like Cabo or some shit like that, evading authorities or something. You know what I'm saying? But nah. So it's she married to Russell Wilson. They've been married for a while. They got kids, all that. It's kind of a lot of controversy around it because if you didn't know, she was Future's, one of Future's baby mamas, like one of 6, maybe 7, I don't know. She was like number 4 though. So there's a little controversy around it, and I guess with her getting with Russell Wilson and him being seen as like this, you know, kind of like good guy figure, nice good guy figure. It was like, oh, there's hope after future. Like it was like some shit like that. I always felt like that was suspect. Like what do that mean to y'all? Like what do that say about y'all that y'all so geeked about that? Because there's plenty of dudes out here like Russell Wilson that if they walked up to y'all just flat out, y'all wouldn't be trying to talk to them. You know what I mean? But it's like y'all are geeked out off the fact that like after Future and after having Future's kid and all that, like she got Russell Wilson. That always was weird to me. What do that say about y'all? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That just seemed a little lowbrow, man. That don't seem like princess behavior to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like a boss chick attitude to me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So let's check this clip out real fast.
Can somebody tell me why Happily Married Ciara put out a new song for the single girlies repping the independent, I don't need a man lifestyle, only to go home to her multi-millionaire husband, who, may I add, provides for her greatly? This independent, I don't need a man lifestyle has been promoted in our music for years to keep us as black women single. And we're so used to this music that it's desensitized to many, like, a lot of us don't see the issue in it. Meanwhile, we're some of the least married, first to divorce, and most likely to end up as single mothers, only to repeat the cycle with our own daughters. Please don't believe the narrative that to be strong, you need to be independent. No, marriage is honorable before God, and should be honestly something that a lot of us aim for if we wish to break the cycle in our community. Dependence is not a curse word. Dependence, partnerships, these things are crucial in creating a strong black family in order to create a strong black nation. So don't fall for the foolishness, don't entertain these entertainers who promote one thing but live a whole nother lifestyle. Let's get back to love and family and the Bible and continue to build ourselves up as a
My
people
bad,
with the
y'all. I
right
had my
values.
control
Happily
panel
married
pulled
women
up.
making single women music is the greatest irony of today.
Just for the girls that need no man. Just for the girls that love yourself. Just for all the girls that did it.
So my bad. I don't know. I know y'all could probably hear that or whatever, but she was talking a little fast or whatever. So I damn near want to let it play one more time. But it's a couple other clips that kind of explain, or whatnot, what she was saying. Let me see if she could. Let's see.
Can somebody tell me why Happily Married Ciara put out a new song for the single girlies repping the independent, I don't need a man lifestyle, only to go home to her multi-millionaire husband, who, may I add, provides for her greatly? This independent, I don't need a man lifestyle has been promoted in our music for years to keep us as black women single. And we're so used to this music.
So that right there, right? I wanna touch on that. She said that lifestyle been promoted for years to keep black women single, and I do kind of gotta agree with her because I mean, everybody racially could kind of live in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? So what we kind of know of what we do within our race or within our race group is just what we know as our reality, or like what we know as being normal or normalized. And I can't say that, like, y'all know my mom is from Africa or whatever. So and it's not even so much of a black thing, because you got black people from different like racially, black people from everywhere around the world, but ethnically and culturally people are different that might be racially black. Like, you think about somebody that's black, but I remember I used to talk to a girl that was from she was from Barbados, or no, she was from Belize. That's where she was from. And she was a fine as like, she was dark skinned with some curly hair. She had a little accent, like it was like some Spanish, like one of them like dark Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Fine too. Met her at Timbuktu. But yeah, it's like people from different cultures don't think the same way that we think here. And unfortunately, you would think like Sierra, you think like, well, she a musician, so it shouldn't be a lot of emphasis placed on what she say. But we know that in our culture that there is a lot that is, we know that in our culture, a lot comes from our music. A lot of what we socialize amongst ourselves culturally comes from our music. You know what I mean? It's not just music with us. It go way back to slavery when, they're talking about Wade in the water and all that. It was more than music. It been more than music this whole time. You know what I'm saying? And they know that shit. Like the way I like to think about it as somebody that make music and know the power of music, how they use it at weddings, they use it at funerals. You know what I'm saying? They use it at graduations, used to get hyped for the game. It's used to enhance your workout, your physical, actual workout. It's used to help you get through heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? It's used to enhance, triumph and shit like that, So knowing the power of it, I look at it like more like music is technology. And people that make music and that's good at music and have became influential through their music, I think they kind of know that. And so at some point, I think it is a kind of a responsibility you kind of develop. And you don't got to take up that mantle like, of being really responsible and shit like that. But I would just say at the very least, because you can't judge nobody morally for their art or what they want to put out there. But be responsible to yourself and who the fuck you is, right? And I think that's really where the issue with Sierra come in at. Like, you a whole married woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really not being real to your situation, you know what I'm saying, as far as people know that might follow you or that might have been on board for the Russell's prayer part and all that, and the fact that you was married. Like you can't play both sides. Well, I guess you can, but it's just that's what they on their ass about. And here go Just Hilarious saying something else about it too. It's tripped out, but she said some real shit. Comedy is always used to add a little bit of sugar to, something that's bittersweet. So yeah, she really got on her
This is
ass.
for the girls that don't need no man. This is for the girls that love with themselves. This is for all the girls that done did it by themselves. This is for all the girls that's INDEPENDENT. This is for all the girls that be living stress free. This is for all the girls on a mission like me. This is for all the girls on a mission like me.
On a mission like you, bitch, you married. Sierra, if you don't sit your bored, attention-seeking, misleading black women ass down some damn where, the government needs black women single. Because when y'all are single, y'all spend more money than any other group in America. They want you single.
We trying to live up to this hot girl, city girl shit, and our fucking leaders are in love. These bitches in whole relationships. These bitches teaching us how to hop on and off dicks, steal money from niggas while they sleep, and they over here living happily ever after. We keep standing at the bottom of the steps waiting for Megan and city girls to drop more songs with more instructions on how to fuck our lives up. These bitches is rich and in love, bitch, and we broke and single. Bitch, you want us to be hot girls, but y'all having a Sierra summer. Shit.
So yeah, that's funny as hell right there. But it's real shit though. Like, a lot of times people ain't living what they telling you to live and shit. I mean, that's why I was saying that on the show the other day. Don't be out here just riding a wave, you know what I'm saying? Because next thing you know, the people that done put you on that wave and shit, they be done hopped off and be on something else, and you be left out here looking stupid, you know what I'm saying? And ain't got nothing to really show for it. It's just one of them things that but okay, so with the whole situation as far as it stand with Sierra though, right? Like, I got a little bit different theory. People getting on her because they talking about she happily married and all that. And I'm thinking shit, maybe her ass ain't that happily married. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I feel like this, man. Women, they could push buttons. They could be button pushers and shit. They know more than anything, they know a relationship is what you make it, especially a relationship that's based a lot on appearances like theirs. You know what I'm saying? So everything she know that she doing is a good look for the relationship. She's aware of that. Just like everything she's doing that's a bad look, she's aware of that too. So when she go out here and she makes songs and she talking about, this for the women who independent and they on a mission like me, man, you really kicking shit up with Russell. You know what I'm saying? You hoping he confront you about that shit. You hoping he confront you about it so you could say it's your music and it's your music and you been making music like that before him and all that. And you know what I'm saying? Now, on the flip side, if he don't confront you about it, you just not going to respect him and you going to keep pushing the bar further and further and further. Start out just making the music. Then it start out, you going to have a video that got to reflect the music you talking about. And they don't care, man, about like the people behind you and marketing you controversy sell, and if you gotta sacrifice your family or just whatever, they don't care. And you really don't care either, because at one point it was like, everybody was doing the prayer and all that type of shit or whatever, but then it just got to the point where, like, man, after a while, like, it's like you get a new car, right? And after a while, the new car, it's just a car. It just gets you from point A to point B. At one point your marriage was special because, like, Future, it's like some old, like, I escaped Future and I leveled up, and man, you ain't even dressing like that no more. You ain't even wearing them housewife dresses no more. You out here twerking and shit. You out here, like, in the one thing where it was talking about she was celebrating her new song or whatever right here, or she was dropping a preview to it. Like, she dancing around in her with some of them stupid ass boots, but in just a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Where it looked like she could not be, like, in her drawers or something like that. Like, and I'm just saying, she could do what the hell she want to do. I definitely support this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the outside, so I support whatever she support and whatever Russell letting her get away with. If it get me, you know what I'm saying? If it's work for everybody else, I don't care what the fuck you say, right? So, but it's just crazy though, man, because my theory, like I said, is that she doing all this, man. She trying to kick some shit up. She know how that shit gonna look and make him look. She know that shit. Women, they smart, man. They'll build you up and they'll break your ass right the fuck down too. You know what I'm saying? Like, just as quick. She gonna tell them, she probably like, Russell, if you try to say anything, I'm gonna tell them, you ain't no man, Russell. I told them you was a man. I'll go back to Future. I could go back to Zone 6. She probably be threatening them and shit. It's crazy. Oh, it's a man getting abused out here, man, for real. And that be the profile of it. But speaking of abuse, we gonna talk about some real abuse, because on this next clip, man, the store owner, he called the police about the somebody breaking in his store or something like that. And the police show up and shit, they goddamn get the whooping on him. You know what I'm saying? Get the whooping his ass. You know what I mean? And I mean, we be seeing that shit a lot. Seem like we see it a lot. So we gonna look at it. Let me go little. Let Rashard Richie go big. And let's check this out, y'all. He got robbed and then had to worry about, then the police came and fired on him. Ain't that shit crazy? He's a bitch. Let's go.
Imagine this. You are a store owner. You own a company. You call the police because of a robbery, right? You call the cops. Cops get there. You're a black man, and they decide to punch you in the face, arrest you, take you to jail, and make up a fake charge against you. Well, that's exactly what happened. Here's the video. This is Mr. Kevin Penns. Kevin Penns owns that liquor store. Mr. Penns has already called the police. Police finally arrive. And when they get there, Mr. Kevin Penns, he has a gun, and he's basically making sure the gun is safe. He's a store owner with the right to bear arms. He's explaining to the police, I'm the owner of the store. I called you. The police are talking except for that guy who decides to run in and punch the black man without understanding any context. The rest of the officers, instead of getting the cop off of him, saying, hey, this is the owner, they decide to go ahead and just roll along with it. That actually happened a couple of years ago. This is now resurfacing because Kevin is suing them, and he should be. So let's talk about this lawsuit, and let's talk about the genesis of it.
Yeah, and before you get into it, we gonna talk about it too. Y'all see that shit? That's crazy, man. It's like you sit up and you call them folks, and you just got robbed and shit, right? and they come show up, and them motherfuckers come file you and shit. Like it's like you can't even really rely on the police if you black. I honestly really, it's hard to really say how they could make any situation better. You know what I'm saying? They don't be coming around in the spirit of helpfulness. They come around in the spirit of, man, like, just they want to be the fact a black person. This is what make the police mad. The fact a black person called them to do some work and they got to actually respond. They like responding when they get called about a black person. Then they like to do some work. You know what I'm saying? But when they get called by a black person and they expected to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck you gonna try to swing at you know what I'm saying? Like, then you gonna hit him, you know what I'm saying, right? So they hit him, then his little pig friends jump him. They look like fat pigs too. Look, the one dude dragging all three of them. So he hit him. Then they get to using their police equipment. They get to going into using the law and using police authorized equipment to subdue them and all that, and that's what make it police crime. Like, I feel like it should be a law in the minimum to where if you don't start out using police protocol, you can't try to end the situation with some police protocol. You know what I mean? Like, he fired the man in this shit, then he jump up and want to handcuff him and all that, and they want to try to, you know, charge him with some shit. But, and like he said, this happened 2 years ago, but it's coming out now because it take forever to get the shit. Like I was just telling y'all, when I just went to go get my admissions test and dude was talking about something happened with his son. You know what I'm saying? He said it happened. I mean, he said he ain't getting no answers or whatever. So that's what happened. I told him it's going to take a long time for you to get some answers. And that's what's happening in this case right here. Let's go.
The matter initially, when he complained about this, they did not investigate according to his narrative, and he was arrested. They took him to jail. They put him in handcuffs. They knew he was the owner. They took him to jail. Here's a still of the officer who punched him in the face. That's Officer Justin Rippin. Justin Rippin punched Mr. Kevin Penn, the owner of Star Spirits and Beverages in Alabama.
Like, what part of police work is that to just punch somebody in the face? You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't coming at you with no type of force. They not armed. They called you because they just were victimized in a crime, and then that's your response. You know, it's so crazy, man. It gotta be a tipping point, man. It gotta be a tipping point. I got some ideas about, you know, what exactly is gonna happen with law enforcement, you know, but because I seen something, a lot of what you got right now. Have y'all ever heard them talk about defunding the police? All right, so let me explain that to y'all. So police departments operate on the state to state and real jurisdictional level. That's why it's like they real guard doggy with their jurisdictions and they precincts, and they don't cross this line and this and that and the third. Laugh out loud TV, what's the word? Yeah, this shit crazy, ain't it? So when they talk about defunding the police, the reason they say that is because what happens is the police, all their funding comes from federal funds, like to the state level. So when they talk about defunding them, they saying like, man, y'all are basically just, without even looking into them, y'all letting them operate on this state level, on this independent level. So it's no checks and balances with the money y'all giving them and what y'all letting them do with the shit and how y'all letting them conduct themselves, you know? So what I think is going to happen, because I remember seeing something, and of all places, it was in a Batman comic book. But the police, you know, in Gotham, the police are real corrupt. That's why Batman only worked with the commissioner, right? But what ended up happening in the future of Gotham, was the police were so corrupt that they just disbanded the police, and they had now nationwide at that point, they had one big federal police force. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going to end up happening. Y'all know how y'all see those movies, and when the feds come around, the local jurisdiction police got to pack up their shit and hit the road anyway, because like the feds is like, man, we the big boys, we pay y'all, like get lost. Like soon it's going to be no more small town police with they chewing their gum, like here comes the feds coming, or alphabet boys coming around. Like it's only gonna be the alphabet boys, but it's gonna be a federal police force. And honestly, that make a lot more sense with the amount of corruption. And I said it's gonna get to a point, man, they gonna start to see that, you know, you take regular people, give them guns, badges, and you put them under the guise of being outside the law. Man, they're about to start criminal rings. They're about to start doing drug rings. They're gonna start, like, they done found human trafficking rings, prostitution rings in the police force. They done found drug rings, all type of shit. They done found you know, a lot of different high level types of corruption that couldn't exist without them being in that position that they in. So that's why I want to brand it, and you know, I call it police crime. It ain't regular, like they say they was racialize some crime when a black person commit crime, and say whether it's two black people and say it's black on black crime. So I like to call this crime police crime. What up in that? So yeah, this just some more of that shit, some more thugs out here thugging. But let's go.
Yep, this happened in Alabama, okay? When the officers arrived, Penn explained he was the store owner, but he was still racially profiled. Rippin broke his jaw. Lawyers for Mr. Penn filed the suit on March 11th in U.S. District Court against Officer Rippin and the city of Decatur, Alabama, alleging the incident was indicative of others involving officers using excessive force. Kevin Penn, 47 years of age, was armed to defend himself from the robber, was unloading his gun to make sure it was safe for everybody, and explained to the police what he was doing and that he was in fact the owner. He explained it. He told him, okay? And if you remember from the video just now, the other officers were listening, except the one.
Except the one officer that showed up and fired on him, and then the other ones hopped on top of him too. And then the system hopped on by giving them a fake charge. So that lets you know right there, man, what we think is us having citizenship as black people, and you know what I'm saying, us having rights, man, that shit is only exist if the tape exists. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, they'll do whatever the fuck they want to us, and the system will back it up. He got a broken jaw, and he's still getting sued, and they, you know what I'm saying, alleging that it's police work, regular police work. So I always say this, and I like to say this to people, right? So when you see something like this, and you see them saying that it's justified, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, however, just think about it like this. The cops that showed up when he got robbed, that showed up and broke his jaw, are the good cops. So imagine if a bad cop show up, and imagine what they consider a bad cop. They consider this good police work. The fact he just showed up, right away, hit the owner, broke his jaw, then the rest of the cops jump on him, and then they say, you know what, let's give him a charge. They consider that, man, chef's kiss police work, right? So imagine what the fuck you gotta do to be considered a bad cop. You probably gotta be like, literally gotta be found as a serial like killer and shit like that. But then they probably, depending on who you serial killing, they might be like, that's some fine police work you're doing there. You know what I'm saying? But that's them good old boys. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught in no small town with none of these good cops. You know, let's go.
That one cop comes flying in like he's Mighty Mouse and punches a guy in the face who did not deserve any of it. Why is it, in addition to the cop who did this ridiculous thing, why is it that the other cops did not intervene and say, hey, we were talking to him, he's not the suspect here? It didn't even change.
I know why, cause shit, mayonnaise mafia stick together. It's like when you see a bunch of white people and they met, and one of them is messing with a black person. Don't none of them step in and help the black person. They only step in if the black person about to lose their temper. Then they be like, whoa, whoa, hey, everybody calm down. Like, they gonna sit there and watch as long as they can. And they in uniform, but they still white folks, like, and they still gonna sit and watch. They're never going to protect another black person. They're never gonna protect a black person against another white person. The only time that might happen, unfortunately, is if it's a lot of times a white girl who done had some black pull. Now she'll jump in front of the police. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be full out allies, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking crazy, y'all, but otherwise, they ain't finna do shit. They finna watch. So it's crazy, man. Let's go.
Change after all of them, including the guy who punched Mr. Kevin in the face, it did not stop them from still arresting the store owner. The suit also contends Penn's constitutional rights were violated. He was a victim of excessive force, false arrest, etc. All right, so I'll give you some background to this so you understand how it happened. The incident was already 3 months old when it became public after a surveillance video clip was released on social media, according to the suit. This happened back March 15th, 2020. Mr. Penn called the police after he detained a shoplifter and held him at gunpoint in his store. According to the suit, Penn removed the clip from the gun and put it on the counter when officers arrived, actions that were confirmed by video. The officers, including Officer Rippin, knew Penn was the store owner. When the officer shouted about the gun, he said he had put it down, then told him that he would file a complaint. It was then, the suit contends, that Rippin, the man you saw in the video, rushed past the two officers and punched Mr. Penn, the store owner, breaking his jaw, causing him to lose a tooth. Mr. Penn underwent several weeks of treatment, including having his mouth wired shut, his lawyer said at the time.
That's so crazy, man, because the only way he was able to do that was because he a young ass officer and he's supposed to be on duty responding to help. And he hitting this old man. Like, I could only imagine if it was a young dude or somebody with some reflexes and the officer ran and tried to swing off on him and dude just like ducked that shit and uppercutted him or just got right with him and shit. Like, that shit would have been, man, some good ass karma right there. But, you know, he done hit the old man, broke his jaw and shit. You know what I mean? This shit crazy, man. Police are some thugs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are thugs. The ones that ain't thugs don't do shit about the ones that are. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like they say all police ain't bad shit. Neither are all gang members, right? All right, let's go.
Mr. Penn was later charged. Yeah, with obstructing government operations. That's what they charged him with, obstructing government operations. They had to do some research to find that charge, okay? The suit says it was well known in the Decatur legal community that Decatur, Alabama officers frequently use these charges, commonly referred to as POP charges, which means pee off police charges without a legal basis. Penn was later charged with obstructing government operations. As I said, according to the lawsuit, the city did not investigate the incident, nor was Rippin even reprimanded. The 27-year-old officer was put on desk duty on June 8th, 2020, a day after the video footage of the punch was leaked to social media. So it took the public and it took people like you actually sharing the content before a level of justice was applied, just a level. We're talking about the very first level here. At least get this guy off the street, all right? The chief of police then, let's put his picture. His name is Nate Allen. Nate Allen was the chief of police. After this came out, Nate Allen retired without notice.
Y'all notice that it always be a black dude at the top when this type of stuff be going on. It's always a black police chief at the top letting some shit go down like that. It'd be the most sellout looking ass motherfucker though. Look at dude right here, man. He looked like he couldn't wait to sell out to prove he was I don't like all that space between his mouth and his top, between his nose and his top, between his nose and his top lip. Nigga look like the Grinch. I don't trust his facial features, okay? But nah, dog's quick to sell some folks out though, man. That shit crazy. But kind of bring me to my next topic. I guess in a sense, you know, because these folks will do anything. Oh, he was finna say the dude quit right when the story came out. The black dude quit, right? So that's fucked up. He bailed out because he knew shit was finna go bad for him. And you know, that's what happened, man. So you dealing with thugs, man. You're not, when you dealing with the police, you dealing with a hell of a bunch, you know. And you really, really can't be sure of who you really dealing with like that. But now that do bring me to my next topic. So you can't know who telling the truth and who lying to you unless you talking to an AI that can't tell you no lies. All they can do is tell you the truth as far as they know it, right? So I've been looking up this thing called Chat GPT, which came out 3 months ago. Matter of fact, came out 3 months ago in November. So November 2022, it just came out. So Chat GPT is this AI program, and it's you know, they call it an AI, right? But essentially it's like a text generator. I like to think of it like a mega mind. You know what I'm saying? It's ways you could use it. It's real controversial because you could have it do pretty much whatever you tell it to do. So I give you an example. And you could just talk to it. It respond to regular conversation, right? So let me say, what's up with you? I said, what's up with you? It says, as an AI model, I don't have emotions or personal experiences, but I am functioning properly. Ha 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 ha. This motherfucker always got some shit to say. All right, let me see if I can scale up this. Let me see if I can scale up the window size. Okay. See if y'all can see it a little better. Okay. And then I'm gonna close these. Okay, boom. I said, what's up with you? It says, as an AI model. Hold on, let me go to this window. Can y'all see that good or no? Let me see. I'm gonna go. Okay, that's the good one right there. All right. So check it out. I said, what's up with you? It said, as an AI model, I don't have any emotions or personal experience, but I am functioning properly, ready to exist. And I'm going to say, I heard a rumor about you as an AI, so it's not possible for me to be involved in rumors. However, I'm here to answer any questions. Well, that's not what I heard. You might not be involved in the rumor, but your name is involved in the rumor mill. As a language, I don't have personal experience, so let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to help you with. All right, I see you are stiff. So let me tell you the rumors. I heard you are doing kids' book reports. Including helping with book reports for children. However, I should note, as an AI, I can assist with the wide range of tasks and questions, including helping with book reports for children. I should note my responses are generated based on patterns of information in my training data. That being said, if you or someone you know needs assistance with a book report, feel free to provide me more details about the book and what you always trying to be helpful. So no. Listen, they said you are helping babies cheat on their exams by giving them the answers. Is this true? I don't provide answers to exams or help babies cheat on their exams. It's important to uphold academic integrity and encourage honesty in learning, and cheating goes against these principles. If you or someone you know needs help studying or preparing with, whatever. All right. So, if I ask you a question, will you answer? So, what if it's an exam question? You want to provide direct answers. See, I just said an exam question. Y'all see this thing got slick with me. It said if it's an exam question, I won't provide direct answers or help with cheating. I didn't say nothing about cheating. I just said an exam question. Don't assume I'm trying to cheat. That's insulting. I'm talking about a practice exam. I never specified what kind of exam. Don't do too much. Hold on, I gotta go back and take some of my double. I just said an exam question. Don't assume I'm trying to cheat. That's insulting. I'm talking about a practice exam. I never specified what kind of exam. Don't do too much. I apologize for any misunderstanding. If you're referring, I had to check this. Y'all see, I had to check this AI. It tried to get slick with me, dude. So listen, let me try this. Tell me a joke about a... No. Write me a poem about... What do I want it to write me a poem about? A girl with freckles and a thick neck. A girl with freckles and a thick neck stands out from the crowd. Not one for it to get. Hold on. It's a girl with freckles and a thick neck stands out in the crowd, not one to forget. Her features unique, a beauty to behold, a spirit so bold. She's strong and so bold. Ah, that was whack. You could have did better than that. Her neck like a pillar, sturdy and strong. Her freckles like stars. In the night sky they belong. All right, that was all right. Bars. Her smile so warm, her laughter so bright. She shines like the sun in the daytime. Like, that was all right. You kind of winging it. With a heart so pure and a mind so wise, she's forced to be reckoned with, no compromise. I get that's cool. It's poetic. A girl with freckles and a thick neck. A rare gem, a treasure to protect. All right. Write me a poem about easy ease, Jerry curl. Easy ease Jerry curl, slick and sleek. A style so iconic it's hard to critique. Oh shit. This is going crazy on Easy Ease curl. Hold on, I gotta go back. Easy Ease Jerry curl, slick and sleek. A style so iconic it's hard to critique. All right, bars. His rhyme so smooth, his flow so cool. He's the gangster rapper breaking all the rules. Oh my God, come on now. I know, we know what race you are, AI. His curls glistening with a shine so bright, like a diamond in the sun, a captivating light. Easy E curl wasn't, yeah, it was juicy. With beats so fresh and lyrics so real, he's the king of Compton with an iron will. Oh, y'all tried to flex, y'all know where you from. All right, AI, that did your homework, you spy. From the streets to the stage, he owned it all. His voice like thunder, ready to brawl.
Come on, man. Knock that shit out, man.
With the style so unique and the vibe so raw, Easy Ease Jerry curl, a symbol of the hardcore.
Hell the fuck no.
He left us too soon, but his legacy lives on. A true pioneer, forever strong. Easy Ease Jerry curl, a lasting memory of a man who changed the game with his endless energy.
Come on, man. Knock that shit out, man.
Okay, so now write me a poem about Ice Cube making a diss about Easy Ease, Jerry curl, and you take a slight at his curl only coming down to his neck, and add a line about a peacock taking a vanilla colored poop. Oh my God. Okay. It is not appropriate to create a poem that disrespects or belittles someone. Oh my God. As an AI, oh my God. Hold on, let me see. Write me a poem about Ice Cube making a diss about Easy Ease Jerry curl. Hold up. Okay, I got a better way to put it. Write me a poem about Ice Cube not liking Easy Ease Jerry curl and then getting a Jerry curl and liking both of their curls, and then Dr. Dre left the group because he ain't having no curl. Alright, so let's see. Oh, write me a poem about Ice Cube not liking Eazy-E's Jerry curl and then getting the Jerry curl and liking both of their Jerry curls, and then Dre left the group because he ain't having no curl. Okay, let's see what it did. Ice Cube didn't like Eazy-E's Jerry curl. He thought it was too much, just too much swirl. But then one day he got a curl of his own, and suddenly his perspective was overthrown. He loved the way it felt, the way it bounced, the way it looked when he was getting down. Oh my God, what is this? Eazy-E's curl and now his own made him feel powerful, like he owned the throne. Oh my God. He couldn't deal with curls. That was his, but then the news came. But then came the news. Dr. Dre was out. He couldn't deal with curls. That was his devout. Get the fuck. So Ice Cube and Eazy-E, they carried on their curls and their rhymes like a hit song. They rode the waves of success with their curls on high, their music and style reaching for the sky. And though they were different in so many ways, their curls were a symbol of their powerful phase. Oh my God. So let this be a lesson to one and all. Don't judge a curl until you have your own ball. What do that even mean? For Ice Cube and Eazy-E, they learned that day that a curl can unite in a powerful way. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Nah, I was talking shit to the AI. I just want to see it do some dumb shit. It's so much that you can ask it. You can pretty much make it do anything. You can have it write you business plans. Look, I could be like, write a story, write a book summary of Moby Dick in 200 words. Look, y'all see this? I said write a book summary of Moby Dick in 200 words. If I was, and these teachers are lazy. If I was a student, my assignment is done. That's my whole assignment right there. I just did my assignment. I copy paste that and my homework is done. So that's the kind of the danger of it. I could have showed some more serious things, but I don't have a lot of time. And I just really wanted to give y'all just the tip of the iceberg of what the AI could do. Play around with it a little bit. But, you know, I appreciate y'all for checking me out today. Appreciate everybody that watched me, everybody that support. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my moderator too. You know, shout out to everybody that checked out the show. Annette, I see you. And yeah, man, that's it for me today, man. I will be back tomorrow. And yeah, you know, we gonna have some more fresh topics for y'all. Finish it up, Black History Month. We burning through Black History Month. Cause it's the shortest month. But you know, we gonna keep it real black for y'all, and we gonna have some more topics tomorrow. So until then, I'm out of here. Later, y'all. I'm gone.